everyone, welcome back to Metamaniacs. I'm Kevin, and today we are going to do an unboxing of the next set for UFS, the Universal Fighting System, SOULCALIBUR VI, Libra of Souls. This is the second SOULCALIBUR VI expansion for the deck. The first one came out earlier in the year. So what this is basically all of the characters from the game that didn't get a card in the first set get their chance this time. So we have characters like Amy, Astaroth, etc., etc. Mitsurugi has a second version in here, as well as a second version in here. So there is a lot of really good cards in this set. So we are going to open up 3 boxes, and at the end of the video, we're going to tell you about a special giveaway we are doing, one even better than the ones we've done in the past. So stay tuned for that, and let's begin. Alright, so right off the back, we have our 2 box toppers for the set. The first is a character card, Maxi. He has, like all characters, 6 control, 6 difficulty with a +0 mid-block. He is a 7-hander and 20 health with the air, all, and good symbols. He has E once per turn. If you have 2 or more foundations in your card pool, which will happen with Maxi, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. E twice per turn. Add 1 foundation to your card pool. Ready one of your foundations that has not been readied yet this combat phase. Your attack gets +1 speed and +3 damage. So, Maxi is a card kind of like Cassie Cage, where he puts a lot of foundations first in his card pool and then plays attacks. And he has cards like Let's Cut Loose to mitigate that and, you know, take advantage of the cards in his card pool. So this is a really just like updated version of Maxi that you can still use the 1-dot Maxi, of course, but this is also very good as well. And the second card is Libra of Souls, the name of the deck. This is an action card. It uses the artwork that was on the mats that you got for entry from Nationals this year in Georgia. It is a infinity symbols, 4 difficulty, 5 control, +1 mid-block. F. Add up to 1 asset card from your discard pile to your hand. If you have 0 foundations in your staging area, add this card to your staging area face down. Now its second symbol, as you can see, has 2 set symbols on it. It's got the set symbol for the first SOULCALIBUR set and this one, which means any character from either of the 2 SOULCALIBUR sets, this one or the other one, can use this E. Reduce its attack speed to 0, then draw 1 card. Only playable if your opponent has 5 or fewer foundations. Now obviously this can be used on your attack if you've got like a really meaty throw or something like that and the speed doesn't really matter. And this is a really good card, and there's a lot of symbols like Life, and I know this from playing Life Yusuke at Nationals, that don't have ways to mitigate speed, whether to add to their own or decrease to your opponent. So, a card like this can be very helpful in a lot of decks. Alright, so, we're going to crack open our first box. We have 30 packs, I want to say, in this box. 24, apologies. Alright, so 12 and 12. And we can see the booster pack art here is of Taro, the waifu for the set. It was Taki last time. Again, really nice booster pack art for this. And remember, this is UFS, so keep all of your booster packs and that little death symbol. You can send these into Jasco and get exclusive promo cards, alt art cards. When I went to Nationals, I just sent in a buttload of packs and I got 4 revokes for literally nothing. So, again, I wish every card game would have a booster redemption system. So, let's open up our first pack of SOULCALIBUR VI, Libra of Souls. First off, we have an Astaroth Foundation. Right here. Memories of Fallen Warriors. 1 difficulty, 5 control, +1 high block, Desperation 0. Which means when you're at Desperation, this is a 0 difficulty foundation. After your attack is partially blocked, it gets +1 damage. So this is a smaller version of Dragon Tail, the foundation from 7th Cross that said, if this attack is partially blocked, it gets +3 damage. So this is really good for Astaroth, who has a lot of meaty attacks. We have a Songmina Foundation, Never a Day Without Training. A 1 difficulty, 5 control with a +2 low block. E flip, if you have 1 or more assets, and if you're playing a SOULCALIBUR character, you will, draw 1 card. E, flip, discard 1 card, draw 1 card. So a really good, solid spam foundation for Songmina that does things she likes to do, which is what all good foundations should. Good spam foundations, rather. We have a Mitsurugi Attack, Heavenly Dance. A 3 difficulty, 3 control, oof, that's rough, with a +1 mid-block, 2 high for 3, with the safe, stun 1, and weapon keywords. R, card pool. After your opponent blocks your weapon attack, they commit one foundation. Pretty straightforward. We have our first Amy attack, Venin Rouge. A 4 difficulty, 3 control attack with a +2 high block, 3 high for 5, with gauge 3. Amy is the gauge character in this set, just like Suzaku was in Yu Hakusho, with multiple 1 in the weapon keywords. E, if you have 2 or more characters in your staging area, which you want to do with Amy, multiple copies of this attack gain gauge 3. So that's an easy way to just keep getting more character cards on the field. And Deadlock E, your opponent reveals their hand. Choose one card revealed this way and remove it from the game. We have a Cervantes, a Steve the Pirate attack. I'm going to attempt to try to pronounce this. Belize Lunge. It is a 4 difficulty, 3 control attack with +3 mid block, a 4 mid for 4 with the reversal, safe, throw, and weapon keywords. It says, E, discard 1 card. Your opponent loses 2 vitality right off the bat. Your opponent may discard 1 card to cancel this effect. E, discard 1 momentum, ready 1 asset. We have a Tira attack, Peregrine Rhythm, with some unfortunate artwork on it. Not that good. 4 difficulty, 3 control, +2 high block, 4 high 4. It is a Desperation 3, Fury, Weapon, and the combo Fury keywords, which you'll notice with almost all of Tira's attacks. They work with Fury or combo with Fury. E, if this attack deals damage, your opponent loses 1 vitality for each of their momentum. Combo E, your opponent's checks get -1 for the rest of the turn. Our rare for the pack is Palindrome. Not sure which character this is for exactly. You see that there? It's an asset. This set is very asset heavy. 2 difficulty, 5 control, +2 mid block. Unique weapon. Commit 1 foundation. Before the block step of this attack, return this attack to its printed speed and damage. Your opponent may flip 1 foundation to cancel this effect. We have our first character card, Steve the Pirate, Scurvy, Cervantes. 6/6 difficulty control, +0 mid block. He is a 7-hander with 20 health, with air, death, and void. He has E, destroy 1 foundation. If your attack is blocked, your opponent loses 2 vitality, playable while committed. R, once per turn, after you block an attack, your attacks get +3 damage until the end of your turn. And Cervantes has a lot of reversal attacks, so that's really good. Very strong character. You can do a lot of wacky stuff with him. We have Vicious Madness, an Astaroth attack with 5 difficulty and 3 control, +3 low block. It's a 4 mid for 8 with Desperation 4 and Throw. E, lose 2 vitality. This attack cannot be partially blocked. Wow. So lose 2 life, and you have to take all of this on the face or block all of it. Really like that. And it's a throw, so even better. A Girl from the Slums, an Amy Foundation, with 2 difficulty and 5 control, +2 mid block. E, commit, seal 1 of your opponent's foundations. Only playable if you have 2 or more characters in your staging area. R, destroy. After this attack is not completely blocked, commit and freeze 1 of your opponent's foundations. Remember, freeze is an ability that was introduced in 7th Cross, where it taps your opponent's foundation, and they cannot untap it at the start of their next turn. So it's basically unusable until the turn after next for them. All right, moving on to pack number 2. All right, we have Truculent World. That asset was an Aswell asset, because I'm looking at the symbols now. Aswell attack. 4 difficulty, 3 control, +2 mid block, 3 high 5 with the weapon keyword. E, discard 1 card. This attack gets +1 damage for each of your opponent's face down foundations, which you will be doing a lot with Aswell. And E, your next check to play an attack gets +1. We have I want to say this is Amy. Yes, this is Amy Foundation, Winter Rose, the nickname for her character. 0 difficulty, 6 control, so a spam foundation with a +2 low block. That's pretty good. This card cannot be flipped due to your opponent's effects. R, after 1 or more of your foundations is flipped due to your opponent's effect, gain 1 vitality. Playable while committed. We have the Leader of Humanity, Aswell, with 1 difficulty, 5 control, +3 mid block. R, flip, after you make a check to block an attack, that check gets +1 for each of your opponent's face down foundations. All right. Next, we have a Cassandra Attack, Reproaching Cherubim. 4 difficulty, 3 control with a +2 high block, 4 high, 4 with the weapon and combo mid block keywords. So it combos with an attack or just a card that has a mid block. It can even be a foundation or whatever. Combo E, your opponent discards their entire momentum. That can mess up a lot of strategies. E, your attacks get +1 damage for the rest of the turn. I like that ability. And Cassandra shares Good and Life, which are 2 symbols with Yusuke. So a lot of her stuff is very good in Yusuke. Next, we have Pure of Heart, a Talim Foundation, which we got to see at the pre-release, Nationals in Georgia. They handed out some common and uncommon Libra of Soul cards. So we got to see a few things a little early. If you were paying attention to our Facebook page, I was able to get some on there. 0 difficulty, 5 control, +3 mid block. If this card leaves your hand due to your opponent's effect, add up to 2 of your opponent's foundations to their card pool. First E, commit. Choose one of your opponent's assets or foundations. They cannot play abilities on that card until this attack resolves. Until after this attack resolves. So that's really good since there's a lot of strong asset abilities in this set. You can say, hey, I'm going to play this attack and I don't want you to screw with it with your asset. We have another copy of Vinin Rouge, the Amy Attack. Our rare is Bakery Poster Girl, a Cassandra Foundation. It's her slapping some dude, probably disrespecting her. 2 difficulty, 5 control, +2 low block. E, destroy. Reduce this attack speed to 0. Only playable if your opponent has played 3 or more enhances this combat phase, which I can guarantee they have. Playable while committed. Next up, we have Marrying Age, a Songmina Foundation. 1 difficulty, 4 control, +0 high block. That's really good. E, commit. This attack gets +2 speed. R, after your opponent readies one of their cards during the combat phase, ready 1 card in your staging area. If you cannot ready a card in your staging area due to this ability, you may add 1 foundation you could normally play from your hand to your staging area ready. So that's really good. You just get to play a foundation for free, essentially. We have Violet Squall, a Songmina Attack with her slapping a lizard man. The lizard man, a lizard man, not sure. 4 difficulty, 3 control, +2 mid block, 3 mid 5, weapon, and combo weapon keywords. Combo E, commit one of your opponent's foundations, always good. E, draw 1 card, only playable if you have at least 1 asset in your staging area. And we have another Steve the Pirate character card. Alright, we have some awesome artwork on here for the Cervantes Foundation, Born from Destruction. Really cool. 2 difficulty, 5 control, +2 low block. I don't think I've seen a single card here that doesn't have a block modifier. Desperation Breaker 2. E, commit. Draw 1 card. Only playable if you have lost vitality this turn. E, if there's a copy of this attack and you're removed from game pile, this attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage. Really good for Cervantes, obviously. Death Lord's Impalement, an Inferno Attack with 4 difficulty, 3 control, +1 mid block, 3 mid 5 with the Desperation 3 and weapon keywords. E, lose 2 vitality. This attack gets a damage boost equal to the total vitality you have lost this enhanced step. Desperation E, this attack gets a speed bonus equal to the vitality you have lost during the enhanced step. And Inferno has a high health count because he cuts a lot of his attack. He cuts his health for most of his abilities. So even though this is a common card, if this is a late game where you've been playing a lot of stuff, it can be a beefy boy. We have a Voldo Foundation, Reporting His Failures. It is a 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +3 mid block. E, remove. If you have 1 or fewer attacks in your discard pile, draw 2 cards. E, flip. Add up to 3 cards from your discard pile to the bottom of your deck. So 1 E helps the other. Well, obviously you would have to have another copy in play, but you know what I mean. Next up, we have Saved by a Child. Is that Amy? Why can't I remember her symbols? No, this is a Raphael Foundation. They're very similar. 1 difficulty, 5 control with a +2 low block. E, destroy. If you have 6 or fewer foundations, this attack gets -4 speed. E, destroy. This attack gets -2 speed, playable while committed. Next up, we have Leap of the Loach, a Mitsurugi Attack. 4 difficulty, 3 control with a +2 low block. It is a 3 low 5 with the weapon and combo weapon keywords. Combo E, if this attack is blocked, add it to your staging area after it resolves. That's interesting. E, if this attack is not blocked, your opponent commits 1 foundation. We have a Raphael attack, a Fondo Fendante. That's his just little like attack that everyone spams in every game that he's in. 4 difficulty, 3 control with a +0 high block. He's got a lot of good block modifiers. 4 high, 4 with the weapon keyword. E, if the zone of this attack has been changed, which it will in Raphael, it gets +2 speed and +2 damage. That's really good. Deadlock E, discard 1 momentum. After this attack resolves, add it to your hand. Oh boy, yeah. There's a reason deadlock abilities are so strong, because they strongly encourage people to not have more than 10 foundations. Because these deadlock abilities are so good, you will die. Our rare for the pack is Oswell's Little Doll, a Amy Foundation. Poor girl. 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +2 high block. R, remove, discard 1 momentum. After your opponent plays a non-character responsibility, so nothing like Nightmare or anything, cancel its effects. Really good against Lord Raptor. There's a lot of anti-Lord Raptor stuff in this set. R, make a 5 check or higher. After your opponent adds a foundation to their staging area during the combat phase, commit that card. Graceful Rouge, another Amy Foundation. Attack. 4 difficulty, 3 control with a +3 mid block. It is a 3 low 5 with the gauge 3, reversal, safe, and weapon keywords. Holy moly. Opponent's turn. If this attack deals damage, if it's a reversal, the next card you play ignores progressive difficulty, which is great for blocks, or another reversal. E, commit 1 foundation. This attack gets stunned too, and that's on your opponent's turn if it's a reversal. That's really strong. We have Payon Thrust, a Talim attack. 4 difficulty, 3 control with a +1 mid block, 4 high 4 with the charge, punch, and weapon keywords. E, if this attack is completely blocked, add it to your hand after it resolves. And E, your next combo attack gets -2 difficulty and +2 damage. And our last card of the pack is Time to End You, a Mitsurugi action with 1 difficulty, 5 control, and a +2 high block. R, remove, discard 1 weapon card, which is basically every card. After your opponent plays a non-character responsibility or a non-character form ability, cancel it. R, after you play a combo ability, which will happen a lot, which characters in this set especially, your attack gets +3 damage and gains stun 1. Add this card to your staging area face down. This is also good for cards like decks like Violent Ken, who have a lot of combo attacks. Yeah, any deck that shares symbols with this card that does a lot of combo stuff is going to want to look into that, for sure. We have another Pure of Heart, another Venin Rouge. We have Cannonball Lifter, a Cervantes attack. That says 5 difficulty, 3 control, +3 low block, 6 mid for 4 with the reversal and weapon keywords. E, opponent's turn. Your attacks get +2 damage until the end of your next turn. E, your opponent loses 2 vitality. Your opponent may destroy 1 foundation and cancel this effect. Just more good Cervantes stuff. Rapid Gale Barrage, a Talim attack. 4 difficulty, 3 control with a +2 low block, 4 mid 4 with the charge, reversal, weapon, and combo keywords. So this card combos with another combo card, representing how Talim is just does a bunch of little attacks at you. God, I hate fighting against her in the game. In the video game, I'll probably hate fighting against her here too. E, if this attack deals damage, your next check to play a card gets +1. Multiple copies of this attack gain this ability. Oof. Combo E, this attack gains multiple 2. So if you play it as a combo, it's a multiple 2. You play the multiple 2, and they all get that ability to give them +1, to give your next check +1. Holy guacamole. And remember, multiples play simultaneously, so you don't have to check for each one. So basically, you played on this one, the next one, the one after that. Your next card is a +3 to your check, basically making the fact that you played 3 cards with this null and void. You can play your next card as if you didn't just play 3 cards in a row. That's super strong, especially for a common. We have an Inferno Foundation, a Worthy Vessel. 1 difficulty, 5 control with a +3 high block. E, flip, remove 1 card from either player's discard pile. E, once per turn, lose 1 vitality. This card gets +2, or this attack gets +2 or -2 damage. We have another Leap of the Loach. And our first ultra rare is an Tira asset, Isern Drossel, her big spinny wheel sword. 1 difficulty 5 control with a +0 low block. Breaker 1 unique and weapon keywords. This is R, lose 1 vitality. After you play a combo ability, your attack gets +2 speed. If you're at Desperation, draw a card. Desperation E, commit. Add this card to its owner's momentum. Only playable if your opponent has 1 or more momentum, which they will because Tira gives them momentum. This is also really good. All of Tira's cards are good to pair with Rando because he has cards that just say your opponent's at Desperation or you're at Desperation. So you can get access to those abilities a lot faster. We have another Marrying Age. The Demonic Guard, an Astaroth Foundation with some weird shadow chick in the background. Not sure who that is. 2 difficulty 6 control. E flip. If you completely block this star attack, it deals no damage. E flip. This attack gets -1 damage for each of your opponent's face down foundations. And we have another character card as well. The annoying as hell boss of the game. 6 difficulty 6 control with a +0 mid block. Has 7 hand size with 20 health. A lot of 7-handers in this set. R, twice per turn, discard 1 card. After you make a check, that check gets +2. Only playable if your opponent has 3 or more face-down foundations. And E, flip 1 foundation. If your attack is blocked, your opponent flips 1 foundation. If your attack is not blocked, draw 1 card. I like to call this card Diet Tim Keefe, or Tim Keefe Jr. Because he does a lot of the same things, just not quite as well, or maybe actually a lot better now since the Tim Keefe character got nerfed or errated to say that you can only use its ability to modify checks twice per turn, which it should have been in the first place. Another Born from Destruction. We have Betrayer of 12, an Aswell Foundation. 2 difficulty 5 control, +2 high block. R, commit. After the block step of your attack, if it was blocked, draw 1 card. If it was not blocked, your opponent flips 1 foundation. There are a lot of cards in here that want to punish your opponent for blocking, making a lot of damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. E, destroy. Your opponent discards their entire momentum. Only playable if your opponent has 3 or more face-down foundations. We have a Cervantes Foundation, Conquest of Terror, with some cool art there. 1 difficulty 5 control with a +2 low block. It says E, commit. If your opponent is at Desperation, this attack gets +2 or -4 speed. E, flip. This attack gets -2 speed. We have Flight of the Wicked, an Astaroth attack where he's just yeeting Maxi into the sky. I love that. 5 difficulty 3 control, the +3 low block. 4 high 6 with the Desperation 4 and Throw keywords. E, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. This attack gets +1 damage for each of your opponent's face-down foundations. A Voldo Foundation with some weird perspective on the art there. It looks like he's just kind of standing in the air. It's supposed to be like he's jumping towards these guys, but it looks like he's just kind of walking on an invisible platform. I don't know what happened there. 1 difficulty 5 control with a +3 low block. E, flip. Discard 1 card. Shuffle 1 card from your discard pile into your deck. Your next check to play a card gets +2. Really good. Have another Death Lord's Impalement. Our rare for the pack is Nuveo Solili. Oh, I'm going to get roasted for these pronunciations. 4 difficulty 3 control with a +1 high block. And a 3 high 5 with the charge, reversal, and weapon keywords. Doing like a rapier shoryuken, just going straight in the sky, attacking a ninja, it looks like. E, if this attack was played as a reversal, which it should be, ready 2 foundations that have not been ready this combat phase. So that's going to help you block to play more reversals further in your opponent's turn. E, if this attack is not completely blocked, commit your opponent's character. That is super strong. This can completely shut off your opponent's turn. Basically says if you don't block this, especially for characters that rely very heavily on their character, like Violent Ken or Yusuke, you can just say, you better fully block this or the rest of your turn is over. Really, really good. We have another Marrying Age. We have a new Master, a Tira Foundation, with 2 difficulty 5 control, +2 low block. E, your attack. Commit. Add 1 of your opponent's momentum to their card pool face down. Remember, Tira gives your opponent momentum. Only playable if your opponent has 2 or more momentum. E, destroy. Add 1 of your opponent's momentum to their card pool face down. And we have another, the Demonic Guard. Get this thing open, jeez. All right, we have one of my favorite art for the set. We have Jolly Gloomy, a Cherub Foundation. 1 difficulty, 5 control with a +3 mid-block. E, commit. Your opponent adds the top card of their deck to their momentum. E, destroy. Your opponent discards 1 momentum. Playable while committed. A Mitsurugi Foundation, searching for the Knight of Mare. Mitsurugi is not a smart guy. 0 difficulty, 5 control with a +3 high block. E, flip. Add the top card of your deck to your staging area face down. Only playable if you have played a combo ability this enhanced step. If you're Mitsurugi, which will almost assuredly happen. Cherub Cyclone. Ooh, I like this. It's a Cassandra attack, and it's a throw where she's body slamming this poor lizard man, or very lucky lizard man, depending on your definition, I guess. 5 difficulty, 3 control, with a +3 mid block. 4 high, 6 with the charge, slam, stun 1, and throw keywords. E, if this attack deals less than printed damage, gain 2 vitality, which it will if it's a throw, a lot of times. And your next attack gets +3 damage. Have Pilgrimage of Anthropos, an Oswell attack. It says it has 4 difficulty, 3 control, +2 low block, 3 mid, 5 with the weapon keyword. If your opponent has 3 or more face-down foundations, draw 1 card. E, your opponent flips 1 foundation. You have another Pure of Heart. A Songmina attack, Radiant Wind. 5 difficulty, 3 control, +1 high block, 4 mid, 6 with the stun 1 and weapon keywords. E, this attack gets +1 damage for each foundation your opponent has committed this enhanced step, whether you made them do it or not. E, if this attack is not blocked, draw 1 card. Our rare is Servitude for Survival, an Amy Foundation. Her rare foundation. 2 difficulty, 5 control, +2 high block with a breaker 1 keyword. E, commit. Change the zone of your attack to any other zone. It gets +2 speed. Excuse me. E, destroy. Change the zone of this attack to any other zone. If you have 6 or fewer foundations, this ability is playable while committed. Protecting the Protector, a Cassandra Foundation. 1 difficulty, 5 control, +2 low block. R, discard 1 momentum. After your opponent plays an ability that commits, destroys, flips, removes, or seals one of your cards, cancel its effect. So this basically says for momentum, you get to stop your opponent from screwing with your cards, no matter what, because this covers all of the bases. Soul of the Sword, an Inferno Foundation. 1 difficulty, 5 control, +2 mid-block. R, flip. After an attack is blocked, if there is a copy of that attack and you're removed from game pile, draw 1 card. E, Fire E. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Your attack gets +1 damage. Violent Ken really likes this card. Guess who plays Violent Ken? This guy. And lastly, we have Quick Needle, a Raphael attack where he just pokes at your toes. 4 difficulty, 3 control, +1 mid-block, 4 low, 4 with the ranged, safe, and weapon keywords. E, if this attack deals damage, it does not count towards progressive difficulty. And again, partial damage is still damage. After the zone of this attack is changed, gain 1 vitality. Moving on. All right, we have another Pilgrimage of Anthropos. Another Saved by a Child. We have another Rapid Gale Barrage, another Jolly Gloomy, another Truculent World, another Leap of the Loach. Our rare is an Amy attack, Rouge Signet. 4 difficulty, 3 control, no mid-block. I think it's the first one I've seen this set. 2 mid, 2 with the gauge 1, that's really good, and range keyword. Ah, she's throwing a rose right in Aswell's face. You deserve it, you dork. F, card pool. Play this attack. Flip this attack after it resolves. Only playable if you have 2 or more characters in your staging area. E, this attack gets +1 damage for each character in your staging area. We have Shadow Slicer, an Inferno attack with 4 difficulty and 3 control. Again, no block symbol. 4 high, 4 with Desperation 3 and weapon keywords. E, remove 1 copy of Shadow Slicer from your discard pile. After this attack resolves, add it to your hand. I don't like that. E, lose 2 vitality. This attack gets +2 speed and +2 damage. That's anything that gives you speed and damage is just so good. And we have another character card. We have Amy. She is she is a 6-hander with 27 health. She says, E, if you have 2 or more characters in your staging area, you may change the zone of your attack to any other zone. E, if you have 4 or more characters in your staging area, you may change the zone of this attack to any other zone. E, twice per turn, gain 1 vitality. Your next attack gets -X damage, difficulty, and +X damage. X equals the number of characters in your staging area. So Amy is obviously the pitch-perfect example of how a gauge character works. The more characters you have on the field, the more ability she has. So when you have 2, you can change the zone of your attack. When you have 4 characters, you can change the zone of any attack, and that means your opponent's. And of course, her last ability just gets better the more characters you have on the field. So your next attack, your attack can get -1 difficulty +1 damage, -2 difficulty +2 damage. She's really good, and she is actually very good with some of Suzaku's cards as well. Someone here at the shop was using Amy in testing earlier, and when she's a little difficult to use, but once she gets going, man, she gets going, and there's almost nothing you can do about it. And our next, last card in the pack is Protecting the Protector, a Cassandra Foundation. Right, we have another Winter Rose, another Never a Day Without Training, another Born from Destruction, another Betrayer of 12, another Conquest of Terror, another Flight of the Wicked. Our rare is Last Priestess of the Winds, a Talim Foundation, where she is making the derpiest face I've ever seen in my life, just like, 2 difficulty, 5 control, +2 mid-block. R, flip. After a multiple attack is played, reduce its multiple rating to 0. Add the top card of your deck to your momentum. E, your face-down attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage. So obviously, face-down attack refers to multiples. And so what you can do with the R flip is that, say you play a multiple attack first that has a low multiple, like 1, to just add momentum so that your next multiple attack that has more, like 2 or 3, will have a free multiple attack. So that's really good. Our next character card is Mitsurugi. And take a look at him. He is a lot better than his first character. A lot of people said in the original SOULCALIBUR, Mitsurugi was really bad, because he was, which is unfortunate because he's one of the main characters of the game and a lot of people like him. So, all the weebs were disappointed that Mitsurugi was terrible. He is a 5-hander with 32 health, so he's a beefy boy. R, once per turn. After you play a combo ability, add the top 2 cards of your deck to your staging area face down, playable while committed. E, discard 1 card. Your attack gets +3 damage and gains stun 1. You may add 1 card in your staging area to your hand. Next up, we have a Cherub Attack, Scratch Glissando. Whoop. 4 difficulty, 3 control, +1 low block, 4 low, 4, with the Fury, Kick, Reversal, and Combo weapon keywords. Combo E, destroy 1 foundation. Your opponent adds 1 foundation to their momentum. See what I mean? E, add 1 of your opponent's momentum to their card pool face down. Now, one thing you might notice is that a lot of these attacks have a lot of keywords on them. So if these attacks start becoming too prevalent, I see the cards that punish cards for having lots of keywords are going to see a lot more play. Because this right here is an uncommon attack with friggin' 4 keywords on it. And lastly, we have a new master, a Taro Foundation. Alright, next up. Alright, we have a Mitsurugi Foundation, the Master's True Power. 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +1 mid-block. E, commit, destroy 1 foundation. This attack gets -1 damage for each of its keywords. Again, cards that punish cards with lots of keywords. There's even some in this set. Deadlock E, your weapon attack gets +2 speed and +2 damage. A lot of cards that buff both in this set. I like it. Next, we have a Voldo attack, Elegant Death Rose. See that? 5 difficulty, 3 control. They +2 high block, 5 high, 4, with the Desperation 3, Fury, Safe, and Weapon keywords. E, your opponent chooses 1 attack in your discard pile. This attack gets +1 damage for each printed keyword on the chosen attack. If the chosen attack has the weapon keyword, your opponent discards 1 card. And if you're playing Voldo, they're probably all going to be weapon attacks. Or they should be. Have a reporting his failures. Have a Cassandra Foundation Ominous Prophecy. 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +2 high block. R remove. After the combat phase begins, name a keyword. Attack cards lose the name keyword for the rest of the turn. E flip. Add 1 asset from its owner's staging area to their momentum. When we first saw this card at Nationals, everyone said, "Oh, this is the Screw You Lord Raptor card." Because when you name that keyword, say Flash, all of his attacks gain Flash, and that deck dies. So I'm really happy to see this card, and I'm really happy that it has 2 of my favorite symbols, good in life. So it can go in Cassandra, Yusuke, a bunch of characters I like. So really happy to see a card like that. It's a little silver bullety, but it's not targeted specifically to Lord Raptor. So if there's ever any keyword that you're having a problem with, you can just turn it off. It just so happens to work against a really degenerate deck. Hate that deck, Lord Raptor. We have another Heavenly Dance. Another Paragene Rhythm. Our next ultra rare is From Science with Love, an Aswell attack. It has 5 difficulty, 3 control, and a +0 low block, where he's just shoryuking someone in the sky. 4 high, 5 with the weapon keyword. This attack gains multiple X. X equals the number of face-down foundations in your opponent's staging area. Yeah. And between cards from Siegfried and Kuwabara, that can be a whole hell of a lot. Add the top X cards of your deck to your momentum. X equals the number of assets in your staging area. Oh, look, so I have 4 assets in play. I now have 4 momentum. I now have multiple 4. Really good card. Not just an Aswell. Angel Discus. Cassandra doing her best Captain America impression. 3 difficulty, 3 control. Interesting. +3 mid block. 3 mid, 3. Lots of mids on here. With Breaker 1, lots of 3s actually. Actually, every number on this is a 3. 3 difficulty, 3 control, 3 speed, 3 damage, 3 mid block. Holy crap. With the Breaker 1, multiple 1, ranged and safe keywords. After you block an attack with this card, that attack deals no damage. I love cards like this because they stop stuff like Spirit Shotgun. Her big sister, Sophidia, has her Omega Sword and Elk Shield asset that does the same thing. Love cards like these. E, during the end phase, add this card to your hand. Only playable if you have 1 or more assets, which you will. And end it off, we have a Quick Needle and Soul of the Sword. All right, we have another Cannonball Lifter, another Rapid Gale Barrage, another A Worthy Vessel, another Leap of the Loach, another Jolly Gloomy, another Searching for the Knight of Mare. Our rare is a Cervantes attack, Genocidal Culvern. Him shooting his poor daughter Ivy. 2 difficulty, 3 control. That's a really low difficulty for an attack. Holy crap. +2 mid block, 2 high, 2 with the ranged reversal and safe keywords. So it's a 2 difficulty reversal. That just means it's a free reversal is what that means. R card pool, which it will be if it's especially if it's a reversal. Discard 1 card. After your unblocked weapon attack deals damage, your opponent loses 2 vitality. Only playable if there are no other copies of this card in your card pool. E, if your opponent does not attempt to block this attack, they discard 1 card. So it's especially scary when used as a reversal because it's telling your opponent, you should really block this, even though it's your turn and it's going to clog up your own card pool. But, you know, go ahead, don't block it. Take that damage and discard a card. Go ahead. Steve the Pirate loves that. And then to end off the pack, we have Shadow Slicer, A Girl from the Slums, and another Soul of the Sword. That's 2 packs where Soul of the Sword has been the last card in the set. Last card in the pack, rather. Sorry. Right, we have another Master's True Power. Another Conquest of Terror, Truculent Wind, Winter Rose, Leader of Humanity, Reproaching Cherubim. Our rare is a Voldo Foundation, Guardian's Final Duty, 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +5 high block. Holy shit. So you're not using that to block nothing. E, remove. Discard this attack. Only playable if you have more cards in your remove from game pile than your opponent. That's good. You know that attack? Goodbye. I don't want to deal with it. E, discard one momentum. Remove up to 5 cards in your discard pile from the game. There you go. One effect helps the other. Another Angel Discus. And our next character card is Voldo. Well, he is a 7 hand size, 19 health, so he is very fragile. E, once per turn, remove 1 card from your hand. Your opponent chooses 1 attack in your discard pile. Add the chosen card to your hand. R, after the combat phase begins, your opponent chooses 1 attack card in your discard pile. For the rest of the turn, after you play a discard that shares the name with the chosen card, your opponent discards 1 card. So obviously he's a little more difficult character to use. Basically, he keeps forcing your opponent to make really bad decisions and picking cards in your discard pile to help your own abilities and removing cards from and that's another reason why his remove abilities are so good, because you're not just going to remove the attacks, you're going to remove all the you're going to remove all the attacks you don't want your opponent to pick. So they literally have to pick the best option for you. It really sucks for them. Great for you. And lastly, you have Evil Bow with a great butt shot of Ivy there. It's a butt shot of Ivy on a Voldo card. Why can't we have a good butt shot of Voldo? I don't understand. 4 difficulty, 2 control. Yikes. 3 low for 4 with the reversal and weapon keywords. R, remove 1 card from your hand. After you check this card, add 1 other card from your discard pile to your hand. Again, thin out your discard pile to make a bad choice for your opponent. E, destroy 1 ready foundation. Seal your opponent's character. Remove this card after it resolves. Oh boy, do I like that. Anything that can seal problem characters. Alright, we have another Cherub Cyclone, another Pilgrimage of Athropos, another Pure of Heart, another Radiant Wind, another Winter Rose, another Never a Day Without Training. Our rare is Snare Boulder Crush, a Tira attack. 4 difficulty, 3 control with a +2 mid block, 5 high 3. The Fury, powerful 3, weapon, and combo Fury keywords. Combo E, you may discard cards from your opponent's momentum in addition to your momentum to pay for this attack's powerful ability. Remember, Tira gives your opponent momentum. Another Scratch Glissando, and another Graceful Rouge, and we have another character card, Raphael. Let's take a look at him. 6-hander with 26 health. Oh, sorry, I wasn't saying the resource symbols before, I apologize. Raphael has air, life, and order. R, once per turn, after an attack is blocked, ready 3 foundations that have not been readied this combat phase. Holy moly, that's really good. E, commit 1 foundation. Change the zone of this attack to another zone. So you can commit to change your zones, and if they get blocked, you get to uncommit those cards. Really good character. I like him. All right, we're moving on to the second half of box number 1. Another Elegant Death Rose. Another Recovering Lost Treasures. Another Never a Day Without Training. Another Rapid Gale Barrage. Another Flight of the Wicked. Another Born from Destruction. And our rare is Kulutui's, Astaroth's axe weapon. 2 difficulty, 5 control, with a +1 mid-block, and the Desperation 1 unique and weapon keywords. R, once per turn, after your attack deals damage, flip 1 of your opponent's assets or foundations. Deadlock E, or throw or weapon attack gets +6 damage. And the last 3 cards in the pack are Pay on Thrust, Shadow Slicer, and a Girl from the Slums. Right, we have Deathlord's Impalement, a Fondo Fidante, Jolly Gloomy, a Worthy Vessel, Heavenly Dance, Winter Rose. Ooh, our next ultra rare is a Talim Attack, Dancing Tempest. I like this card. Really cool artwork on it. 5 difficulty, 1 control. Ooh, that really hurts. +1 low block, 2 high 5 with the multiple 2 weapon and combo charge keywords. Combo E, multiple copies of this attack gets +4 speed, +4 damage, and gain flash. Wow. So basically you get 2 more attacks that are now 6 speed, 9 damage that your opponent just has to deal with. And then Deadlock E, this attack gets +2 to its multiple rating. So that's why cards with 1 checks have to really be worth it, because to run this card in your deck, you have to run the chance of just failing any check you make with it. So the ability has to be very powerful to make up for it. And Dancing Tempest definitely fits that qualifier. And then we have another Vicious Madness, a girl from the slums, and Violet Squall. Alright, another Reporting His Failures, another Repoaching Cherubim, another Peregrine Rhythm, Ominous Prophecy, another Beeless Lunges, another Cherub Cyclone. Our rare is Daughter of the Bladed Rod, a Songmina Foundation. It says, E, once per turn, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and your opponent discards one of them. Put the rest back in any order. Deadlock E, add one of your opponent's foundations to the bottom of the deck. And then we ended off with a new master, Violet Squall, and Graceful Rouge. Rouge, whatever. I don't speak French. Pretty sure that's French. You have Heavenly Dance, Winter Rose, Reporting His Failures, Truculent Wind, Memories of Fallen Warriors, Elegant Death Rose, and look, a rare Talon Foundation. Someone might be trying to tell me something. Dancing Blades, 1 difficulty, 5 control, with no block zone on it. Man, they're really making it hard to include Talon cards, aren't they? E, commit, add 1 face-down card from your card pool to your hand. And then we have Quick Needle, Time to End You, and Marrying Age to make up the last of the pack. Okay, we have a Worthy Vessel, Pilgrimage of Athropos, Cannonball Lifter, Ominous Prophecy, Memories of Fallen Warriors, Never a Day Without Training, and our rare is Macabre Skewer, a Voldo attack. 5 difficulty, 3 control, a +1 mid block, and a 4 mid 3 with the Fury, Safe, and Weapon keywords. E, remove 1 card from your hand. Your opponent chooses 1 attack in your discard pile. Add the chosen card to your hand. If the chosen card has a weapon keyword, which it will, your next check gets +2. Another Demonic Guard. Another Time to End You. And lastly, we have Astaroth. He is a 6-hander with 33 health. E, lose 2 vitality. Your attack gets +3 damage. If your attack is completely blocked, flip 1 of your opponent's foundations. If your attack is partially blocked, your opponent flips 1 foundation. R, once per turn, lose 3 vitality. After your attack is not blocked, add 1 printed 5 difficulty attack, which are most of Astaroth's attacks, if not all, from your discard pile to your hand. Right, we have Rapid Gale Barrage, the Master's Training, or Master's True Power, sorry, Cherub Cyclone, Saved by a Child, Radiant Wing, Conquest of Terror. Oh, and our next ultra rare is a Tira attack, Bleak Concerto Finale. 5 difficulty, 2 control, the +1 mid block, 4 mid for 6 with the Fury, Weapon, and Combo Fury keywords. E, your opponent discards their entire momentum and loses 1 vitality for each momentum discarded this way. Combo E, your opponent adds the top 2 cards of their deck to their momentum. This attack gets +X speed and +X damage. X equals your opponent's momentum. So give them more momentum and then punish them for it. We have another Astaroth character card, Graceful Rouge, and the Demonic Guard. Heavenly Dance, Venin Rouge, Bayless Lunge, Peregrine Rhythm, Born from Destruction, Death Lord's Impalement. Our rare is an Aswell Foundation, the key to humanity's freedom, with him scheming on it menacingly. 2 difficulty, 5 control, no block symbol. I really like these cards feel really good. It feels a little different than they did last set, nice and smooth. E, remove. Add one asset that you could normally play from your discard pile to your staging area. Destroy that card during the end phase. E, twice per turn, your attack gets +2 damage. Only playable if you have one or more assets in your staging area. Well, again, one effect influences the other. Another Evil Bow. So a lot of cards like that in this set. I like it. Another Angel Discus and another Shadow Slicer. Okay, we have another Flight of the Wicked, Pure of Heart, a Worthy Vessel, Pilgrimage of Athropos, Cannonball Lifter, Death to Lord Raptor. Our rare is Fates Intervene, a Talim Foundation? Taki Foundation? Not sure exactly. See that right there? Cervantes protecting either Sophia or Cassandra. Taki protecting Cervantes. Get that back in. Taki protecting either Cassandra or Sophia. It's hard, they both kind of look the same. From Cervantes. E, commit. If this attack is blocked, it deals no damage. I like it. Your opponent may discard one card to cancel this effect. R, flip. After your opponent plays a non-character ability that would flip one or more of your foundations, cancel its effects and flip one of your opponent's foundations. And then we have another Vicious Madness, Evil Bow, and Quick Needle. Okay, we have a Reporting His Failures, Saved by a Child, Leap of the Loach, Adulto for the The Master's True Power, Who's the Master, Conquest of Terror. Another ultra rare. We have Acheron and Nirvana, Cervantes' Sword and Gunblade. 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +2 mid-block, unique and weapon keywords. R, commit. After your opponent plays a keyword ability, cancel its effects. E, once per turn, ready one foundation that has not been ready this combat phase. That is a very simple, straightforward, but strong card. I like cards like that. And then we have another Protecting the Protector, Voldo character card, which you can see right here, and Payon Thrust, the Talim attack. All right, we only have 2 more packs to go in our first box. Oops, sorry, 3 more packs to go. Right, we have Reporting His Failures, Truculent World, Memories of Fallen Warriors, Elegant Death Rose, Rapid Gale Barrage, The Master's True Power, Lightning Fang. Our rare is a Songmina Attack. It is a 4 difficulty, 3 control with a +3 low block, 3 low 5 with charge, stun 1, and weapon keywords. If this attack is not completely blocked, freeze one of your opponent's committed foundations. Deadlock E. This attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage for each of your opponent's committed foundations. And then we have Amy, the Demonic Guard, and Quick Needle. Okay, we have Cherub Cyclone, Saved by a Child, Radiant Wing, Conquest of Terror, Flight of the Wicked, Pure of Heart. Our rare is a Mitsurugi Attack, Bamboo Blind Slice. See him giving the business to Taki. Wait. 4 difficulty, 3 control, with a +1 high block, 4 mid 5 with the reversal, weapon, and combo weapon keywords. R, card pool. Discard 1 momentum. Add 1 other card from your card pool to your staging area face down. After your opponent plays an attack, remove it. Combo E, this attack gains stun 2. I really like this card. Mitsurugi, Angel Discus, and Payon Thrust are the remaining cards. Funny, we got Mitsurugi's rare and character card in the same pack. Alright, and our last pack of the first box has Pilgrimage of Athropos, Searching for the Knight of Mirror, Deathlord's Impalement, Affondo Fidante, I don't care how it's pronounced, Jolly Gloomy, A Worthy Vessel. Ah, yes, this was the ultra rare I was looking forward to getting. Shield Big Bang, Cassandra's Attack. It is a 5 difficulty, 3 control with a +2 mid block, and is a 6 high 6. Love that. Got the weapon keyword. It says Life, F, card pool. So if your character has life and this is in the card pool, play this form. Remove 1 asset, play this attack. E, discard 1 momentum. Add 1 asset from your discard pile to your staging area. So basically, you can play this card like 3-4 times in a turn with no issue. It's nuts. I love it. And then we have Amy, Angel Discus, and Vicious Madness to round out our first box. Alright, so that is box number 1. Join us again in part 2 as we open our second box of Soulcalibur 6, Libra of Souls. Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of our Libra of Souls unboxing videos. We just opened up the next box, so we have another copy of Libra of Souls and Maxi. And let's start with the second box. Now this is the second box, and this is a 110 card set. So you already saw it at the end of the first box. We're going to start seeing a lot of repeat cards, so we're going to get through these boxes a little faster with each time, just like usual. So we have Searching for the Knight of Mirror, Death Lord's Impalement, Afando Babante, Jolly Gloomy, I'm going to pronounce it wrong every time in a different way, A Worthy Vessel, Heavenly Dance, and a Cervantes Rare Foundation, Match Made in Hell, with some really cool artwork on there of him grabbing Soul Edge. 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +2 high block. E, opponent's turn. Flip, destroy one of your opponent's foundations, then add the top card of their deck to their staging area face down, giving them another card to fuel your effects that work better the more foundations they have face down. Deadlock, first F, commit, destroy one of your opponent's foundations. And you have Evil Bow, Angel Discus, and Shadow Slicer. Have Saved by a Child, Radiant Wind, Conquest of Terror, Flight of the Wicked, Pure of Heart, A Worthy Vessel, and we have another of Amy's rare attacks, Rogue Signet. And then we have Shadow Slicer, A Girl from the Slums, and a New Master. Winter Rose, Reporting His Failures, Truculent World, Memories of Fallen Warriors, Elegant Death Rose, Rapid Gale Barrage, Fooled by the Master, Mitsurugi's Rare Foundation. It is a 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +2 low block. It says E, flip, discard 1 momentum. Play 1 combo enhance ability after... Play 1 combo enhance ability, you have played this enhanced step. R, flip, after a stun attack is played, it loses all keywords. So this basically means you get to use a combo enhance twice, which is really good, because Mitsurugi has a lot of really good combo enhances. You absolutely want to run 4 of those if you're running Mitsurugi. Or really any character that has good combo abilities with his symbols. And then we have Protecting the Protector, Voldo, and Payon Thrust. Alright, so our next pack we have Pure of Heart, A Worthy Vessel, Pilgrimage of Athropos, Cannonball Lifter, Ominous Prophecy, Memories of Fallen Warriors. Our ultra rare is I Shall Save Humanity. We got both of Aswell's ultra rare attacks. 5 difficulty, 2 control, +0 high block, 5 mid, 7 with a weapon keyword. E, add 1 asset that you could normally play from your discard pile to your staging area. Only playable if your opponent has 3 or more face-down foundations. Commit 2 assets. E, commit 2 assets. This attack gains powerful 10. Holy crap. So this is a friggin' game ender if I ever saw one. Because it's real easy to get 2 assets if you're playing Aswell with all the asset support in this set. And then we have Soul of the Sword, A Girl from the Slums, and Shadow Slicer. You know, a lot of Shadow Slicers. All right, we have Saved by a Child. Getting that card a lot first in packs. Leap of a Loach. Abada, The Master's True Power, Conquest of Terror, Truculent World. I said sword because the next card was a sword. It's Flambear, Raphael's Rapier. 0 difficulty, 5 control with a +1 mid block. This card's really fun. It's got the Breaker 1 unique and weapon keywords. E, this high attack gets +1 or -1 speed. E, this mid attack gets +1 or -1 speed. E, this low attack gets +1 or -1 speed. So basically, every single attack, you can just give your attack another speed or your opponent's attack -1 speed. It's a really strong card. You just to do it and do it and do it for every attack, yours and your opponent's. And then we have Time to End You, Marrying Age, and Astaroth. Okay, we have Never a Day Without Training, Heavenly Dance, Vinin Rouge, Byless Lunges, Peregrine Rhythm, Born from Destruction. Our rare, we have another copy of Aswell's Little Doll, the Amy Foundation, Scratch Glissado, another Raphael character, and Graceful Rouge. Right, another Pilgrimage of Athropos, Cannonball Lifter, Die Lord Raptor, Memories of Fallen Warriors, Never a Day Without Training, Heavenly Dance. We have another copy of Genocidal Culverin, the Cervantes Attack, Violet Squall, Graceful Rouge, right in front of it, another Amy character card. Seeing a lot of the same characters, I'm noticing. Right, we have The Master's True Power, Cherub Cyclone, Saved by a Child, Radiant Wing, Conquest of Terror, Flight of the Wicked. Our rare for the pack is a Raphael Foundation, Betrayed by Family. 2 difficulty, 5 control, with a +3 mid-block. Says, after your opponent's combat phase begins, ready this foundation, so you can commit it on your turn without having to worry about it. Love cards like that. R, commit. After your attack receives a speed or damage penalty due to your opponent's effect, commit one of your opponent's foundations. Another Marrying Age, another Violet Squall, and another Steve the Pirate. Right, we have another Vinin Rouge, Byless Lunges. Again, I'm going to pronounce it wrong different every time. Another Peregrine Rhythm, Born from Destruction, Deathlord's Impalement, Reporting His Failures. We have Song Mina's Rare Foundation, Daughter of the Bladed Rod. 2 difficulty, 5 control, with no mid-block. It says, oh, we've already seen this card before. Apologies. Angel Discus, Vicious Madness, and Quick Needle. Winter Rose, Leader of Humanity, Reproaching Cherubim, Pure of Heart, Vinin Rouge, Cannonball Lifter, another rare Raphael attack, Nuevo Soleil, his little Shoryuken, Graceful Rouge, the Demonic Guard, and Vicious Madness. All right, we're almost done with the first half of our second box. Like I said, it goes a lot faster once we start getting through most of these. It's only a 110 card set, so it's not huge. It's definitely bigger than some more recent sets, but still not a whole lot. Rapid Gale Barrage. I expect My Hero Academy to be a very big set. A Worthy Vessel, Leap of the Loach, Jolly Gloomy, Searching for the Knight of Mare, Cherub Cyclone. Our next ultra rare is the Astaroth Attack. Final Anguish? Yes, Final Anguish. Which is him just digging right into Maxie's back. Ow, that dude's dead. 5 difficulty, 2 control. So it's a 2 check, that's a little difficult. +0 high block. 6 mid, 7 with the Desperation 4, weapon, and combo throw keywords. Combo E, this attack gets powerful X. X equals your opponent's face down foundations. And Mountain E, this attack gains throw. So basically you can give it a buttload of powerful because you're going to flip a lot of your opponent's foundations with Astaroth stuff. including Siegfried and Kuwabara and all of them, and then make it a throw, so deal with it. I love cards that are just like, this is going to hurt, depends on you how much you want it to hurt. Evil Bow, Quick Needle, and Cervantes. Right? Last pack of the first half. We have Deathlord's Impalement, Reporting His Failures, Saved by a Child, Leap of the Loach, Abadababadababa, The Master's True Power, another copy of Palindrome, the Aswell Foundation, or Asset, sorry. Then Marrying Age, A New Master, and Demonic Guard. Right, another Go to Hell Lord Raptor, Vinin Rouge. I really don't like that deck if you can't tell. Another Cherub Cyclone, Memories of a Fallen Warriors, Leader of Humanity, Elegant Death Rose, Last Priestess of the Winds is our rare, another of the Talon Foundations, another Amy character card, another Demonic Guard, and Quick Needle. All right, we have Ominous Prophecy, Bila Luga, Big Loogie, Cherub Cyclone, Pilgrimage of Abadababa, Searching for the Knight of Mare, Deathlord's Impalement, another of the Cassandra Rare Foundation Bakery Poster Girl, and then Evil Bow, Time to End You, and a New Master. We're blazing through them now, boys. Recovering Lost Treasures, Never a Day Without Training, Rapid Gale Barrage, Flight of the Wicked, Born from Destruction, Reporting His Failures. Yes! All right, another ultra rare that I really wanted to get. Inferno's ultra rare with some really sick art. Love the foiling on this set, by the way. It looks really nice. Dark Reconquista Purgatory. 5 difficulty, 3 control, +1 high block, 4 mid, 8. With the Ally, Charge, Desperation 4, and Fury keywords. E, lose 3 vitality. Commit your opponent's character. Nice. Your opponent may lose 6 vitality to cancel this effect. I love that. And that is a big chunk of vitality to lose, where at some points in the game, you may not be able to afford to do that. Deadlock E, name a card. Search your deck for all copies of the card and add them to your hand. I love this card. And you know who else loves it? My boy Violent Ken. And then we have Mitsurugi, Angel Discus, and Paeon Thrust. So really happy. Got 2 of the ultra rares that I really wanted to see. There's only one other ultra rare that I really want to see in this set, so we'll see if we get it. Abadababa, Jolly Gloomy, A Worthy Vessel, Heavenly Dance, Winter Rose, Reporting His Failures. We have Albion, Amy's asset card with her sword. 1 difficulty, 5 control with a +2 mid block, the unique and weapon keywords. It says E, commit, your attack gains gauge 3, standard for Amy. If you have 2 or more characters in your staging area, your next attack gets -2 difficulty and +2 damage. Very good. E, commit, add up to 1 character card from your staging area to your hand. Change the zone of this attack to any other zone. And then we have another Protecting the Protector and Soul of the Sword. We finally have a new character card to look at, Inferno. So let's take a look at him real quick. He is a 6-hander with 35 health. Again, even though he's a 6-hander, he has a lot of health because all of his abilities require him to cancel his health. R, remove 2 attack cards from your discard pile. After your attack is blocked, your opponent loses 2 vitality. And then Desperation E. If your attack is not blocked, your opponent loses 4 vitality. Again, desperation effects on characters that cut their own life are a lot more powerful because it's a lot easier to get to, and you can get to it on your terms. So overall, Inferno's a good character. I just feel like all of his cards in his toolkit work so much better with Violent Ken. Again, Ken doesn't have a lot of health that he can afford to give away, being at only 21, but still, one of those effects in Violent Ken, which may be just kind of middling Inferno, will end the game. A Worthy Vessel, Peregrine Rhythm, Saved by a Child, Flight of the Wicked, Searching for the Knight of Mare, Never a Day Without Training. Our rare is another copy of the Songmina Foundation, Daughter of the Bladed Rod, A New Master, Raphael, and Scratch Glissado. And there's a reason the part 2s and 3s of these videos are always a lot shorter. Betrayer of 12. Cannonball Lifter. I bit my tongue. Truculent World. I Hate You, Lord Raptor. Vinin Rouge. I'm not salty, I swear. It's not like I fought a Lord Raptor at Nationals after losing 2 matches in a row and just got destroyed because I wasn't allowed to play the game. No, nothing like that at all, I promise. On another ultra rare, our ultra rare is another copy of Acheron and Nirvana, the Cervantes assets. Now we got 2 of those. Nice. And we have Graceful Rouge, Protecting the Protector, and Vicious Madness, which is the Astaroth attack. Right, we have Elegant Death Rose, Leap of the Loach, Conquest of Terror, Bilious Lunge, Radiant Wing, the Master's True Power. Ooh, here's a rare I really wanted to see. Hell Vortex, Inferno's rare attack. 4 difficulty, 3 control, with a +3 high block, not great. 3 high for 6 with the weapon keyword. E, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. Remove up to 2 cards from your opponent's discard pile. E, remove 1 attack in your discard pile. If there are 8 or more attacks in your remove from game pile, you are considered to be at desperation until the end of the turn. So again, really good. So I have Inferno's cards, I have Desperation. And this card makes it a lot more viable to use Inferno's toolkit and other characters because it'll let you get the Desperation. And then we have Quick Needle, Protecting the Protector. And another character card, we have Talim. Finally seeing some new character cards. She is a 6-hander with 27 health. E, destroy 1 foundation. Your next check to play a card gets +1, playable while committed. R, after a multiple copy of your attack resolves, add it to your hand. Add 1 card from your hand to your card pool face down. So, you get to, because all of your multiples attacks are cards from your momentum. So 90% of the time, they're attacks. So this basically says you get to get another attack to your hand. And by destroying foundations, you get to make that check +1. Again, you have to be very careful when blowing up your own foundations like that, but basically, this lets you pick up your attacks to use them multiple times, especially if they have, you guessed it, more multiple abilities. I really like her. Two of my favorite things are on this character card, the water symbol and multiple abilities, because I really liked Grow in the original Soul Calibur. I don't think she's as good as Grow. I think she's going to take some time to figure out what really makes her tick and the good stuff for her, but I'm going to keep my eye on Talim. Cherub Cyclone, Memories of Fallen Warriors, Leader of Humanity, Elegant Death Rose, Recovering Lost Treasures, Never a Day Without Training, the other Talim, the Talim Rare Foundation, Dancing Blades, another Aswell, another Violet Squall, and another Evil Bow. Okay, we have another Reproaching Cherubim, Peregrine Rhythm, I Hate You, Lord Raptor, another Biolugi, another Cherub Cyclone, Pilgrimage of Athropos. Our rare is the Raphael attack, the Rafryukin, the Demonic Guard, Time to End You, and the Astaroth character card. All right, 3 more packs for this box. Rapid Gale Barrage, Flight of the Wicked, Born from Destruction, Reporting His Failures, Reproaching Cherubim, Peregrine Rhythm, Bamboo Blind Slice is our rare, the Mitsurugi Attack, the Demonic Guard, Scratch Glissado. Oh, and we have another character card, Cassandra. Today was also our Libra of Souls pre-release draft, so I was able to pick up a nice version of this character card. Actually, this was the, every character had a special draft version like they've done for Yu Yu Hakusho and 7th Cross, and I was able to pick up this lovely foil Cassandra. So, let's see what she does. 7 health, 7, yeah, right. 7 hand size, 22 health, so, you know, decent stats. R, once per turn, after you check an asset, add it to your staging area committed. And Cassandra wants to run lots of assets, so that'll happen a lot. E, make a 4+ check. Your attack gets a speed bonus equal to its printed block modifier. Jolly Gloomy, Reproaching Cherubim, Betrayer of 12, Asada Bada, Cannonball Lifter, I've run out of funny things to say for it, Truculent World. We have another ultra rare, and it is another copy of Ession Drossil, Tira's weapon asset. And then Vicious Madness, A Girl from the Slums, and Violet Squall to round that out. And our last pack of our second box is Truculent World, Memories of Fallen Warriors, Elegant Death Rose, Rapid Gale Barrage, The Master's True Power, Cherub Cyclone, Casa de Leviathan, the House of the Leviathan, Cervantes Ultra Rare Attack, getting a lot of Cervantes stuff here. 5 difficulty, 3 control, +1 high block with 7 high 5, the Charge, Fury, and Weapon keywords. E, discard 1 momentum. Destroy one of your opponent's foundations. Your opponent may discard 1 card or lose 2 vitality to cancel this effect. This enhance is playable any number of times this enhance steps. You can just keep using it for every momentum that you have. E, if your opponent is in deadlock or is at desperation, add the top 2 cards of your deck or your momentum. That's really good because desperation is a lot easier to get to than deadlock. Well, you have to be a desperation eventually. Another Scratch Glissando and another Paeon Thrust. And let's take a look at one of the best, or arguably the best character in this set, the much anticipated Song Mina. She is a 5-hander with 31 health. It says F, once per turn. Add 1 asset from your discard pile to your staging area. Only playable if your opponent has more committed foundations than ready. E, once per turn. Your attack gets +3 speed and stun 3. If this attack is blocked, add it to your hand. That is absolutely ridiculous. So you could just give an attack, stun 3, and +3 speed. So basically, you've just made the attack 6 cards more difficult to block because your opponent has 3 less foundations to check for the block, and it's now 3 checks higher to block. So you basically give it +6 speed, essentially. That's bananas. And that's just on her character. That's not even ultra rare. She just does that. All right, so that is our second box of Libra of Souls. Join us for the final part, part 3. We open up our last box. We'll see you then. Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of our Libra of Souls unboxing videos. So since this is our third box, and we've seen basically every single card so far in this set, we're just going to cut through the guff and just show you all of the rares and ultra rare attacks that we have not seen yet. So this could end up being a very short video, but we don't want to waste your time going over the same things over and over again. So if you're starting at part 3, don't do that. Go back to part 1 and part 2. We are going to see a lot more cards. So all right, we have a Tira Foundation, Murderous Addiction, 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +2 high block. It says E, destroy. Your opponent adds 1 asset from their staging area to their momentum, playable while committed. Desperation, first E. Remove. If your opponent has 1 or more momentum, reduce this attack's damage to 0, which if you're Tira, they almost certainly will. Nothing in that pack we haven't seen before. Just double check. Yes, so we're going to skip that one. This could be a very short video. I'm going to be really upset if I don't get 1 Scarlet Meteor in here, I swear to God. We have Omega Sword and Owl Shield, the Cassandra asset. 1 difficulty, 5 control with a +1 mid-block and the unique and weapon keywords. While this card is ready in your staging area, your blocks ignore progressive difficulty. I really like that. E, make a 4 check or higher. Your attack gets a damage bonus equal to its printed block modifier. playable while committed. And then Cassandra E, which means obviously only Cassandra can do it. Twice per turn, your block modifier to block this attack, it's -2. Ooh, I love that. I love making defense easier. Nothing in that one. All right, we have a Astaroth Rare Foundation, Servant to Ares. 2 difficulty, 5 control with a +3 mid-block modifier. And the Desperation 1 keyword. E, commit. Your throw attack gets +4 damage. Damn. E, flip. Lose 2 vitality, flip one of your opponent's foundations. So that just basically makes, say your throw does 2 more damage if it's partially blocked now. All right, we have another new character card, Taro. Let's take a look at her. She's a 7-hander with 19 health. So she's squishy, obviously, but it fits considering she's, quick and agile. Desperation R. After the combat phase begins, draw 1 card. She's got 19 health, so she's going to be in desperation probably after 1 attack. This essentially makes her an 8-hander because the combat phase begins after you draw. So you draw up to 7 and then draw 1 more. She can even be a 9-hander if you draw another card before your turn starts. So that's really good. And then she has R once per turn. After you play a combo ability, which are basically all of her attacks have combo, usually combo Fury, add one of your opponent's foundations to their momentum. So just keep cramming in their momentum that they aren't going to be able to use, mind you, if you're playing Tiro right, and just use more of your abilities. I'm not going to get 1 Scarlet Medium here, I swear to God. Right, our next ultra rare is Manas and Ayas, Valdo's asset card. It is a 1 difficulty, 5 control with no block modifier, and it says it has the unique and weapon keywords. First F, shuffle up to 3 cards from your discard pile into your deck. E, commit. Your opponent chooses 1 attack card in your discard pile. This attack gains all enhance abilities printed on the chosen card. Holy moly. Deadlock E, discard 1 momentum. Your opponent destroys 3 foundations. Huh. Do not go to deadlock against Voldo. Don't do it. Okay, I was really worried that I was not going to pull one of these cards in 3 whole boxes, but we got it. It is New Song Style Scarlet Meteor. Arguably the best card in the entire set. This is Song Mina's Ultra Rare. This is going to be the money card for this set. If you pull this card, hang on to it, because it's going to be like Toguro Brothers. Its value is going to go nowhere but up. Let's take a look. 5 difficulty, 3 control with a +1 mid block. I always seem to pull the cards I really want on like the last packs of the last box. 5 high 5 with the Breaker 2, Powerful 4, and weapon keywords. E, you may destroy assets in addition to discarding momentum to pay for this attack's powerful ability. R, card pool, destroy 1 asset. After an action card is played, cancel its effects. So this says, oh, did you try to play Bang? No. Did you try to play Revoke? No. Super strong. E, destroy 1 foundation. Add 1 asset or foundation from your discard pile to your staging area. So not only do you get to bring assets in to then sacrifice for the powerful or for her breaker or her responsibility. This card is just value on top of value on top of value. Absolutely bananas. Easily my favorite card in the set. Alright, our next rare is Poseidon Tide Rush, an Astaroth attack. 5 difficulty, 3 control with a +1 mid block, 2 mid 6, with the multiple 1 weapon and combo throw keywords. Combo E, your opponent must flip 1 foundation as an additional cost to attempt to block with mid blocks for the rest of the turn. Wow. So yeah, this is definitely want to be your second attack in your chain, so you just keep using that. E, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. Multiple copies of this attack get +2 damage and gain throw. Holy crap. So they all become 2 speed 8s with throw. That's 4 damage if they're partially blocked. Holy crap. That's his rare too. Wow, Astaroth just has great stuff. Almost. Alright, our next ultra rare is Scarlet Thunder, the Songmina asset. 2 difficulty, 5 control, with a +3 low block, and unique and weapon keywords. It says, discard 1 momentum. If your non-throw attack deals damage, add 1 other card from your card pool to your hand. Songmina E. Remove, add up to 2 cards from your card pool to your hand. So it just gives you more stuff to just keep playing on your turn to kill your opponent. Alright, so that's all the new stuff from our third box, and keep in mind, that isn't because the box was bad or anything. We got Scarlet Meteor in it. It definitely wasn't bad. We've just seen so much else in our other 2 boxes that we just skipped right through. So don't get the impression that you don't get a value for buying a box or anything. That's far from it. So, like usual, we're going to take a look at all of our shinies lined up and see how everything looks all together. Alright, as you can see, we got a whole bunch of fun shiny stuff to work with. I think we have a good place to start with literally every character in the game. We've got almost 1 each of every of the new characters. Ultra rare attacks, assets, multiple foundations, multiple attacks. We can pick up any character from this list and just start building a deck with them. Of course, you need more multiples you weren't able to get, but this is a great start for everything. Even if you get just 1 of these boxes, you still get 6 ultra rares, 18 rares, so the value is totally there. I'm really happy that I was able to get where is it? Shield Big Bang, Scarlet Meteor, and Dark Reconquista. Yes, so before we go though, I know what you're all waiting for. We are having another giveaway. This time it's a big one. So Jasco Games was kind enough to send us these 3 boxes to open, but they were also nice enough to give us 1, a 2, a 3 boxes to give away on Metamaniacs. So, just like last time, we're going to have a Gleam page where you can enter the contest, and there will be daily entries for the giveaway, and we will pick 3 winners at the end of the contest, and each winner will get a box of Libra of Souls. So, very exciting. So, once again, thank you very much to Jasco for sending us the products to open. Thank you to the Adventure Game Store in Davie, Florida, where in 2 weeks, on November 30th, we will have the last PTC of the year, the regionals for UFS. And, of course, thank you for watching. If you like this UFS content and you want to see more, let us know. If you have any thoughts, comments, concerns, let us know that as well. And thank you again for watching. My name is Kevin. This is Metamaniacs, signing out.